Okay, this segment is going to be about software I've been working on for over a decade. I name it Sonic Eye Educational Suite. Its original name many years ago is simply Sonic Eye. It's technology that should be loaded on a Windows computer, and then in the future, hopefully, it can also be expanded to cell phones as well. That will make education more portable, affordable, easy, and efficient, more so than ever before in human history. The way it's intended to work is it will produce a audio for the student that's specifically designed with pauses in it, and the student is supposed to do special breathing, a type of yoga exercise of breathing while lying down or sitting comfortably. And the breathing exercises is written about in the book Superlearning 2000 by Sheila Ostendler and Lynn Schroeder, in which they wrote that superlearning in Bulgaria and other nations has gotten students to learn 2 to 10 times faster than rote memorization could alone. And so my idea is to take that high-speed learning with autogenic superlearning, the yoga exercise essentially, of just simply breathing while relaxed, sitting or lying down, and put that into a computerized format so the computer can then speak the content uh, for the student from LKs, I call them, or learning kits. And that way the student can learn very quickly. And then since it's computerized, it will also reduce the amount of cost involved versus a traditional education. However, the idea is not primarily to cut costs, the idea is to primarily enhance the quality of education. So the students will ideally have virtual textbooks that they can mark on and so forth using their mouse on their screen, and then those changes and marks and commentary on the reading material can then be seen by other students. And the whole principle of the Sonic Eye Educational Suite, or SEES, or Sonic Eye Educational Suite as I like to call it, of course, is that it will help, the idea is to help empower the student and family that is doing the learning and to take unnecessary power away from centralized authority and move it to the students and their families so that the students can choose the education that they want and not be force-fed a educational curriculum that's designed by the government, state, and federal authorities that decide what students are to learn or what's considered a fact or what's considered an opinion. Conversely, with Sonic Eye, the learning kits could be created by any person, any author, any business person, or any student for that matter, could create content with a learning kit and then sell it and market it through the official Sonic Eye website. And that's the premise on that. Now, for myself, over the years, I got myself licensed for speech technology, in particular voice recognition, speech synthesis, on the computer with running Windows XP through Windows Vista and including Windows 7. And that way I can produce the machine code myself, and then by producing it myself, it will save a substantial amount of cost to myself and my family here at Melanie and so forth. And my dad's also interested in potentially collaborating ideas and possibly in the future he may have other involvement and well in the project, but right now he's very hesitant to get involved a whole lot because of some other issues I'm dealing with right now in my life. Um, but anyway, so the Sonic Eye software is intended to help to compete with existing academia, and essentially my ultimate goal is to make an educational experience that's so affordable for so many people, so low cost economically, and is so relaxing for the student and gives the student so much control over their education that they would be able to excel in life and at jobs, and upon graduation from the Sonic Education program, and then they would be able to essentially prosper better than somebody that went through a traditional education. That is my hope and goal. Uh, Now the technology is yet to be developed yet. I'm still working on putting together the speech technology together with the programming code and the proprietary format that I came up with for Sonic Eye. But um, I'm playing with the idea of possibly making the parts of the Sonic Eye available for other people to experiment with and build onto, and then I would do my own version with my own technology, in particular the speech components. It'd be strictly my own version. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach this, because I'm acknowledging that there's also financial constraints too. Like if I make my product too much open source, it could be hard for me to get funding and so forth, and investors and whatever else I might need to complete the project. I have to be very cautious in how I approach this. But the details, of course, in this video is very limited, so on how it's technologically going to be developed and integrated. So I'm very cheerful to provide what I did in this presentation about the Sonic Eye project for education. So um, with all that said, my dream is that education is something that students enjoy of all ages, whether it be elementary, high school, or college level, or adults and senior students as well, where they would enjoy being in a situation of being able to learn and collect and be brought up in levels of knowledge and understanding, as compared to the contrast today and throughout the world in education. People are quite often miserable in education and do not typically enjoy it, and typically have to choose between having book smarts or having a life in terms of going to sporting events and socializing, and have to choose one or the other in many cases. It's rare for a person to strike a good balance between the two and be cheerful about the whole experience of going to school. So that's my summary of my vision with Sonic Eye. To learn more about the Sonic Eye, please contact me, or potentially I'm going to keep putting stuff on my website, and I'll probably put some new stuff up about Sonic Eye here in the future in the next few weeks or months. But if you look at that website that I have up now, it's usl.com. Again, it's a secure server right now, so it's https colon slash slash usall.com. So I hope that you enjoyed this presentation, and if any comments or questions, please direct them to my toll-free phone number, 888-NOW-TALK. Again, that's 888-NOW-TALK, or 888-669-8255. And that rings into my home phone, and my wife and I would be happy to take your call and try our best to answer whatever we could about Sonic Eye and how it can uh, hopefully help your family and your children's family as well. Uh, so thank you for letting me share this presentation with you. God bless you.